Hello and welcome to 7 Minutes of Inspiration with Seven. You're watching me, Latasha Guy. You're either catching me on my Facebook, YouTube, or you're catching snippets on my Instagram. It is a pleasure to be able to join you on today. I have tried several times to get this video going, and I'm telling you, the topic is always fitting because I'm always fighting with something when it's time to do this video. So tonight, I'm fighting with the fact of being hot. I'm burning up, and I turned the fan on. The fan wasn't doing no good. I'm like, okay, it had to have been a hot flash. This had to have been the one that my mom talked about because I just felt like ripping it all off. I'm just hot. And I literally just got out of the shower. So I think I'm having a hot flash. But neither here nor there. It makes it most fitting for tonight's topic or today's topic. This is Hope on a Hump Day. This week's topic is mood swings. And so I feel like I just had a whole mood swing over being hot. Like I literally lost it. I just started yelling. So I had to do a take two. Anyway, so this week's topic is mood swings. I wanted to touch on that a little bit because often that is something that we as humans do fight when we find ourselves getting a little stretched. We find ourselves in those heated situations where we have what's called a mood swing. And so I delve deeper into mood swings. We all have them. We've all experienced them, or we may experience them at some point or another in our life. And so mood swings are often referred to as a feeling unbalanced. I've heard people say that. I've heard people say I'm not feeling myself. I've heard people say I'm feeling like I'm all over the place. I also, as well, have used those three statements: all over the place, feeling out of balance. When in fact, sometimes when I would find myself having a mood swing, I didn't even see it coming. I didn't even see it coming. I was having a great day, and then just all out of nowhere, something threw my mood out of whack. Mood swings will leave you, and I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at my notes because I want to stay on track. Mood swings will leave you feeling on top of the world at times, and then it can make you feel like at other times everything's crashing around. I know in this current climate that we're dealing with, there are times I'm feeling on top of the world. I'm feeling like strategically in this season I'm winning, and it just takes one thing to ruffle or rattle my feathers. Well, I'm just really ready to toss it all up in the air and say, what is this all for? Where is this all leading? Where is this taking me to? But then that's where I have to step in and make sure that I revisit my faith and make sure that things are lining up, that I'm going after the things that are purpose and plans over my life. So I'm not just spinning my wheels, and I don't find myself having those mood swings of what's next. Am I doing this for no reason, or am I just doing this to be doing this, or am I doing this because whatever? I want to make sure my motives are right. Mood swings can also lead to us operating in a dysfunctional manner, and it can leave others running from us because unfortunately no one can figure out what version of you they're going to get. So, there's times that, guys, honestly, I'm just going to be real about it. We get a real funky attitude. We've got a funky demeanor, and people do not want to be around us. I don't think that people really realize that energy speaks loudly. It speaks loudly. It can be your face and the way your facial reactions are. Sometimes it can just be the way your body language is. And sometimes it's just flat out what comes out of your mouth. I know we've all seen it, or seen those days where you're like, even with social media, you're like, I'm logging off because it's way too depressing. One minute you're seeing a person happy, then they're going to sad, then they're back celebrating something, and it's all over the place, and you're like, ooh, stability. Those are mood swings. People are going through mood swings throughout the day. A lot of people do utilize Facebook as their counselor. They go to Facebook, they go to, whatever social media platform that they utilize, and they speak on these things for encouragement, maybe for someone to, lift their spirits. I think that's all great. It should be a community of support. It should be a community of making sure that we're sharing pertinent and vital information. But again, sometimes you can recognize those things, one, when it's something that you've faced or had to deal with, and sometimes obviously that person, or you just may know something that they're going through that, I always say, don't talk about them, just pray about it, because sometimes people need our prayers. They don't need our advice. They don't need our opinion. They just need us to pray for them. And sometimes you can pray in silence without saying anything. Research has also shown that when we fail to operate being balanced, or when we're stretched out of balance, those often sometimes can cause mood swings. It can cause us to get all out of whack, and the fuse is short. We're running on a very short fuse. Some people say I can go 1 to 10. Whatever way you want to look at it, you can get aggravated very quickly. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being stretched, but we don't want to be stretched to the point of dysfunction. Many of us have found ourselves having to deal with an overwhelming amount of stress just this year. Just having to rearrange your whole life. People working remote. Some people are starting to say this is not the best fit for them. They're in a household that's full of chaos all day. They don't have their peace. They don't have their quiet. They don't have their ability to get away for a little bit and disconnect and unplug from the normal, and they're dealing with it. And sometimes it's not in the most healthiest ways, guys. Honestly, I can only imagine or think about the different things that people do throughout the daytime to calm their nerves, because I know sometimes I have to have my woo-saw moments. Like, I've had it. Sometimes I find myself, when I finally do get out, because I'll stay in the house sometimes for days, because there's really not much. If I have everything I need, I'm not just really kind of running in and out like that. But when I get out, I'm so happy. I'm laughing, I'm joyful. And I never really knew the impact that made of me being around people all the time, and then going to be in an isolated type of work environment where I'm only seeing the people that I live with, others when I'm getting together with them. And then otherwise than that, it's a lot of Zooms, it's a lot of FaceTimes, it's a lot of phone conversations. But my fear is I don't want to lose my social interaction skills, because that's something that I know is special about me. It's the ability to just be able to connect with others and be genuine, and to love on people and to encourage others. So what do we do? What do we do to try to fix the mood swings? How do we balance them when we see them coming? We know we're having that day, we're rattled up, and we're like, one more thing and I'm gonna lose it. One more thing and I'm going off on everybody. What can we do? Sometimes we got to unplug. We got to be real with ourselves. We have to unplug. When we're not in a good, healthy state, we really shouldn't be spending all this time to spread that energy. Because the mood swings, I'm really starting to notice the older that I get, energy does have the ability to be transferred. So sometimes you can just be dealing with the person that they're not in the best mood, and their mood will shift on you. And I just want to make sure I'm sticking with 7. And their mood will shift on you. And so, I just wanted to speak on that tonight, because I know I'm not the only one that goes through it at times, where I have these mood swings, or, you just kind of get in that moment where you don't want to be bothered. You want to get what you have to get done and be done with it. But I'm working on that, because I don't want to be that person that when someone sees me coming, they're running. That, oh my God, I hope she's not in a bad mood today. I know I can't always be a ray of sunshine, but at the same time, I know that I can continue to provide hope. I know that I can work to balance my emotions. I can work to balance my mood by making sure that I'm getting a proper amount of rest, making sure that I'm exercising, making sure that I'm eating good, making sure that I'm feeding myself spiritually, mentally, and physically the right things to help keep my soul encouraged, where I don't find myself having more moments of digress of this is too much, and not appreciating the opportunities that are coming to me. And so this has been your Hope on a Hump Day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you find yourself having a mood swing, shake that thing off. Tell it not today. Wake up in the morning, manifest your day, that today shall be a great day. I'm going forward. This is the day that the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it. I'm expecting nothing but positive things to come my way on today. I'm speaking into existence those things that I want to take place. I'm speaking positive over where I'm going, and not looking back from where I've been, but only to learn from those things. And I'm moving on, because we all get down sometimes, guys. We do. And that's why it is meant for us to go out and encourage someone else, to lift someone else's spirit, and to make sure that we're watching our spirit so that it doesn't affect others, and so that we truly can be the best that we can be. And so it's been a pleasure to join you. This has been 7 with 7, Hope on a Hump Day. I leave you with, as always, refuse to live less than your best, because that's what you've been called. And guess what? You're amazing. Now go out and make the rest of this week the best.